Peace everybody, back with another video. This is several more U.S. servicemen killed in Kabul blast identified. And as you can see here, here's two more. As you can see here, Riley McCollum, who's on the left, and David Lee Espinoza on the right. So here are two more that have been identified in the Kabul blast yesterday in Afghanistan. The identities of the 13 U.S. servicemen killed in Thursday's blast in Kabul are emerging after one of the deadliest attacks on Americans forces in more than a decade. So the identities of all 13 servicemen who were killed in Thursday's blast are emerging after one of the deadliest attacks on America's forces in more than a decade. American blood spilled in Afghanistan on Thursday in a blast from a suicide bomber outside of the airport in Kabul. So there has been American blood spilled in Afghanistan on Thursday, and this is after the blast has started. Joe Biden allowed terrorists to take control of Afghanistan, which led to the release of thousands of ISIS terrorists that were once locked up in prisons next to Bagram Air Base. So Creepy Joe has allowed all these terrorists to take control of Afghanistan, which led to the release of thousands of ISIS terrorists. So they were once locked up in prisons next to Bagram Air Base. 13 American men in uniform died, and 15 more are critically injured because of Joe Biden. Yes, because of Joe Biden, all these servicemen are getting killed. 13 of them in uniform died, and 15 more are critically injured because of Joe Biden. And Joe Biden does not care at all. 6 of the deceased men have been identified so far. So only 6 have been identified so far, so there's more to come. David Lee Espinoza, 20, from Laredo, Texas, was identified as one of the Marines killed on Thursday. David Lee Espinoza, he was 20 years old when he was killed in Afghanistan. He was from Laredo, Texas. He was identified as one of the Marines killed on Thursday. And here's David Lee Espinoza with his mother, as you can see here. Our thoughts and prayers will remain with the family of United States fallen Marine David L. Espinoza, as well as to his friends and fellow Marines. The Laredo Police Department wrote in a Facebook post. The police department wrote that on a Facebook. They said our thoughts and prayers will remain with the family of United States fallen Marine David L. Espinoza, as you can see here in the picture with his mother. And so this is what the Laredo Police Department wrote. Espinoza is survived by his mother, brother, and stepfather. He is survived by his mother, brother, and stepfather. Riley McCollum was a Marine from Bondurant, Wyoming, and only 3 weeks into his first deployment. So Riley McCollum was another one who was killed in the Afghanistan, and he was a Marine from Bondurant, Wyoming, and only 3 weeks into his first deployment. So he was his first 3 weeks. He was his first deployment. McCollum graduated high school 2 years ago and was 3 weeks away from becoming a father. So he was going to become a father in 3 weeks, but Now his I guess he was married or he had a girlfriend, I'm not sure. But he was 3 weeks away from becoming a father, so I guess he wanted to come home to be with his wife or his girlfriend because they were expecting a baby together, and now the baby is never going to know who his or her father is. It all depends on if it's a boy or a girl. And the mother of the child is going to be devastated that she will never have her husband or her boyfriend to help raise the child. He wanted to be a Marine his whole life and carried around his rifle in his diapers and cowboy boots. McCollum's sister, Rose McCollum, told the Casper Star Tribune. So his sister had said that he wanted to be a Marine his whole life, and of course he carried around his rifle in his diapers and cowboy boots. So that's what his sister had wrote. And here is Riley McCollum, who was also killed in Afghanistan. He's from Wyoming. "20-year-old Lance Corporal Jared Smith of Wentzville, Missouri, was killed on Thursday," KMOV reported. So you got a 20-year-old, not this one, but a different one, who was from Missouri. He was killed on Thursday, and this is what the KMOV had reported. This was his first deployment, so he was deployed over there for the first time, and already he got killed yesterday. His life meant so much more. "I'm so incredibly devastated that I won't be able to see the man that he was very quickly growing into becoming," Schmidt's father told the KMOX. So his life meant so much more. Of course, I'm so incredibly devastated that I won't be able to see the man that he was very quickly growing into becoming, Schmidt's father. Schmidt's father said he received a phone call about his son's death at 2:40 a.m. So the father got a phone call at 2:40 a.m. in the morning about his son's death. State Rep Nick Schroeder posted about Schmidt on Facebook. So as you can see here, this is the Facebook post that was posted. This man here, as you can see, this is Lance Corporal Jared Schmidt, who paid the ultimate sacrifice yesterday serving our nation. And this is a Marine who was from St. Charles County and is a true American hero. And they're asking to keep his family in your prayers today. Hunter Lopez, 22, from California, was killed in Thursday's blast. So you got a Hunter Lopez who was 22 and he's from California, and he was killed in Thursday's blast. Lopez was from Riverside, California, and came from a family of law enforcement officers. So the entire family was is law enforcement officers. So Lopez came from that line of family. I am unbelievably saddened and heartbroken for the Lopez family as they grieve over the loss of their American heroes. Hunter Lopez, son of our own Captain Herman Lopez, and Deputy Alicia Lopez, tragically lost his life while serving our country in the United States Marine Corps. He was killed in Kabul, Afghanistan on Thursday, August 26. Riverside Sheriff Chad Bianco said in a Facebook post. So yeah, that's what he wrote on the Facebook post. He says, "I am unbelievably saddened and heartbroken for the Lopez family as they grieve over the loss of their American hero, Hunter Lopez." And of course, he was the son of their own captain, Herman Lopez, as well, and Deputy Alicia Lopez. So it's going to be heartbreaking for the Lopez family not to have their son for the holidays. And this is Sheriff Chad Bianco Facebook page post, as you can see here. And of course, you have done at the bottom a couple of pictures. Of course, you know about Max Soviak, a 2017 high school graduate and Navy corpsman from Berlin Heights, Ohio, as you can see here. U.S. Marine Kareem Nikori was also killed during the terrorist attack on the Kabul airport on Thursday. So this is Kareem, as you can see here, with his mother. RIP heroes, pray for their families. Yes, so please pray for their families as more details are coming out about more people are being identified. As you can see here again is Lance Corporal Jarrett Smith, as you can see here. And of course, here's Rayleigh McCollum, as you can see here, who is 20 years old. And of course, here's David Lee Espinoza, who was also killed in Afghanistan as well. Please pray for these families. Please pray for all the servicemen who are in Afghanistan still. And please pray for everybody. Leave your comments below. I am out.